and welcome to my latest video. So today we're going to be having a look at the RG350, that fantastic little handheld, and specifically we're going to be having a look about how it handles a selection of PlayStation 1, original PlayStation 1 games. Now the emulator that comes preloaded with this machine is the PCSX for All emulator, and very, very easy to run. You don't need to download any BIOSes or things like that. It's already there. When you buy your RG350, chances are it will come with a few PlayStation 1 games already preloaded. If you do want to add more, so you can see here I've added a load more to my RG350. Basically, it came with a 32 gig card. I just swapped it out for a 64 gigabyte card, a micro SD, and then I went onto freeroms.com. That's freeroms.com, selected PlayStation 1, and just downloaded my choice of PlayStation 1 games. I'm only about halfway through the alphabet. There's so many on there. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be the first one, looking at maybe, I don't know, 15 to 20 games, maybe 30 seconds to a minute's gameplay of each one, just so you can see just how darn good this little handheld handles PlayStation 1 games. And maybe we'll do a follow-up video a little bit later on in another couple of weeks when we look at some more PlayStation 1 games. But for the time being then, let's have a look at a few of these, and we're just going to whack through and play maybe 30 seconds to a minute of each one, just to see how good it really is. So this is Driver 2, and already it looks pretty darn good. All I've done is pop it into like free drive, as it were. So all we're doing is cruising around the street. So what will be interesting to see is how quickly the system draws the city skylines in the background, and how quickly it loads. Pretty good, to be honest. Driver 2 was a big hit in its day for the PlayStation. And this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got to say, the sound off this, I've had to turn it down. It's belting, absolutely belting sound off it. Really, really good. It's crisp, there's no tinniness. It's just like playing a PlayStation back in the day. It's great. Let's go down this street here. Uh-oh, the police are after me. Can I outrun them? Anyway, that's Driver 2. Cool, so Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. I'm going to have to turn this down again. The volume on this little handheld is unreal. It really, really kicks it out. Let's just get into a quick battle. Yeah! I just love these games. I absolutely love them. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, yes. Cool, it looks great, doesn't it? Beautiful, crisp graphics on that one. Oh. Oh yes, I think I'm actually winning. Is this going to be a first? I've got to admit, out of all the games I've been playing on the RG350, I don't think I've ever played so many beat-em-ups. I just love them on this system. I really do. Beat-em-ups and driving games, they seem to be my favourite. Plus retro games, actually. Really enjoying playing some of the arcade games on the main emulator. If you've not seen what this little handheld can do, I have done another video where it looks at like all the different systems, and I can certainly recommend that one. It's such a great little handheld, amongst the best that have come out of China. Anyway, great stuff. On to the next one. So this is Megaman X6. one I can't remember playing first time round. I don't think I've ever played this on an emulator before, but I don't mind it. The graphics are fantastic, I have to say. Really, really nice sort of graphics on it. How do I get up there? Oh, maybe I gotta kill a few more of these. And it sort of reminds me of Astro Boy a little bit. I can't quite see how I get up there. Oh, I've got more of these to get. I think I've got more of these to get rid of. Anyway, this is Megaman X. Oh, it got me again. And it looks pretty darn good. It's not my sort of genre that I usually play, these Jap animation ones, but runs absolutely fine. So this is Gran Turismo. Absolute classic. Remember absolutely loving this when the PlayStation first came out. It was, if anything, it was a bit too realistic, but thankfully they did add like an arcade mode, so you could just sort of pick up and play, which is what everyone really wanted to do. So we'll just do a couple of circuits here, see how we get on. Very, very responsive, the RG350. There's no sort of delay at all. And as I said, I just find myself, these sort of arcadey pick up and play ones is what seems to suit the RG350 the best. And definitely there is no way I'm going on any sort of trip without one of these in my luggage, because they're just fantastic. What a way to spend a bit of time playing a load of classic PlayStation 1 games, in my opinion. It was such a great system. There's thousands, literally thousands of games that you can choose from. There's anthologies as well, so you've got retro collections if you fancy a bit of like classic gaming. It's just great. Such a something for everyone on the PlayStation original. I guess that's why it was such a huge hit in its day. And I gotta say, this is good fun. Even with my driving. It's not quite Outrun, which, as you know, is my favourite racer of all time. Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. But this is, the Gran Turismo series was fantastic across all the platforms, right up to the PlayStation 3. So anyway, Gran Turismo, there we are, the original one, and runs and plays beautifully. So this is King of Fighters 99, something a little bit different. This is another one I don't really remember playing much, even on an emulator back in the day, so we'll see how this one looks. Certainly the graphics are very nice. They're not perhaps as cartoony as the last time we looked, the Marvel vs. Capcom, which was just fantastic, but it certainly seems playable. You're feeling those fists go in. Go on then, go on then. Oh dear. Oh, I've got him on the ropes. He's such a little git. Did I do him? Oh no, one hit, one more hit. Damn him, he got me. One of those things. It's one of them things. I'll give him one more blast. But this is King of Fighters 99, and it's not bad by any means. It's one of those games you could certainly lose yourself in, I think. And if you're like me, a bit of a fan of beat-em-ups, it just looks great, doesn't it? One more sec, see if I can just get this guy down. I don't like the fact that he's so small and my guy's quite lanky. Go on, go on, go on, you little git. There you go, abject failure. Tomb Raider 2, what an absolute classic. Certainly I love the original Tomb Raider an awful lot and finished it. Also I finished the Tomb Raider 2 on the PlayStation. Ah yes, the Assault Course. Who remembers this? Oh, that was rubbish.
That's not right. You need to press jump and forward. For bigger gaps.
I remember now.
Back to the start.
Oh, okay, back to the start. Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? Look at this.
That's not right.
I know, woman.
And forward together for me to keep
Yeah.
Run back to the start
Tomb Raider was one hell of a game. I mean, it always was on the PlayStation, and I think you'll agree that you're going to have a lot of fun with this one. So this is Alien Trilogy, and this was a bit like a Doom, bit of a Doom Quake clone. Seem to remember it being pretty good back in the day. Basically, oh, there we are. Aliens 2 had just come out in the cinema, or had been out for a few years, but it was a big hit on home video. And Die Hard Trilogy had been a huge hit on the PlayStation, one that we'll have a look at in a minute. And they decided to release an Alien version. And it's pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. And you're working your way through the ship. And it's quite funny that the little tracker there, just like in the movie. So I've opened a door somewhere else. I can hear something going on behind. Oh yeah, there's aliens over there. Ah. Anyway, I don't want this to be an 18. On with the next one. But that was the Alien Trilogy. So there we are, Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Midway Collection 2. So let's see what games are on this one. You got Blaster. God, it's so loud, isn't it? Burger Time. Joust 2. Moon Patrol. Oh, I haven't played that in a while. Root Beer Tapper. Let's go back to Moon Patrol. Oh, I've got to have a Blaster. Yes. Let's have a blast of that then. Who remembers Moon Patrol? If it's the one I'm thinking of, you're just riding your little Jeep along the surface of the moon. You have to avoid little... Yes, it is, yeah. There we are. There it is. Oh, I haven't played this in ages. Oh, yeah. Classic arcade action, this. Ah, watch what you're doing, Jules. Right, here we go. Here we go. There's my jump. There's my shoot. You've got to allow a bit of time for it to jump. They were pretty unforgiving back in the day. Oh, I just love this one. Good stuff, eh? Does this bring it back for you? Did you ever play this one back in the day? And this is just one of about 8 on this game alone. I must be quite near the end of this level, I would think. Oh, they're having one last go at getting me. They got me. No, they haven't. Surely I'm near the end of the level. I'm doing so well. I'm at point D. And I think point E now. I think... Oh, I've done it. Did the level. Time to reach point E. Okay. No bonus, but that's all right. Blimey, I remember this. I remember this. So you got, when you get through that first bit, then you're on to the next level, which has got the city background. I could be playing this for hours, but we don't have hours. On to the next one. Okay, so Bloody Roar 2, the new breed indeed. So I've popped this one on, A, because it's a fighter, and, well, as I said, I do love my fighters. But also, well, let's turn it down, also because a lot of systems find this one difficult to emulate. So I wanted to at least have a go and see how the RG350 handles something like Bloody Roar 2, which is apparently a real drain on the old system. So let's have a little look. Come on then, let's get into a battle. So far it seems fine, but am I getting any slowdown? Yes, maybe there is. And I could probably go into the emulator settings and maybe turn frame skip on, but that's not on. I haven't needed to. It's already optimized for this system. So I would say possibly there is a tiny bit of slowdown. Let's listen to the music. Well, in my opinion, that one's perfectly playable. So Bloody Roar 2, yeah, absolutely fine. This is Castlevania Chronicles, one I never had back in the day. I can imagine this will play absolutely fine on here. Can't imagine there being any sort of problem. So we'll zip forward into the game. Yeah, this looks absolutely fine, doesn't it? Castlevania games were super popular back in the day, and they're still popular to this day. And this looks like a game you could certainly get your teeth stuck into, doesn't it? Good stuff, eh? Nothing too taxing so far. He says as he gets hit. Really controls well this, I have to say. Absolutely great. What a great game this is, and what a great series, in fact. The Castlevania games, they've got a great reputation for a reason, and that reason is because they're so darn good. And this one just plays pixel perfect. I think you're going to love it on the RG350. So that's Castlevania Chronicles. It looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? It's getting rather difficult now, so time to go. So here's Crash Bandicoot Warped, one of the greatest Crash games. All three of them play fantastic. Is there four even? I think I've played 3 different ones now on the PlayStation emulator here on the RG350, and they all play absolutely fantastic. Did you play Crash when you were younger? Did you play it on the PlayStation? Looks like we'll have to go through this cutscene, so I shall skip forward a bit. Okay, so here looks like the first area. Okay, shall we go on the Orient Express? Why not? There we are. See how this one goes. And quite a big game, this Crash game.
Crash, Crash, why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look, I have a mask helping me, too. We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
Come on, then. Get me on the Orient Express, or whatever it was. Here we go. Oh, damn. Here we go. We're rocking now. Now this reminds me a little bit of Temple Run. Oh, I've been knocked out, but I'm okay. I'm okay. And I guess we're running along the... This is along the Great Wall of China by the look of it. Come on then. Right, this time. And as you can see, this one plays absolutely fine. Super quick. As I said, all the Crash games play perfectly on this one. And they're still as good today as they were when they first came out. A little extra level there. It's great, isn't it? Oh no, I've been knocked out. I'm not dead though. Oh, I am dead. Anyway, that's Crash Bandicoot, and it's great, and it comes recommended. And it's yet another cool game on the RG350, playing absolutely perfectly. Enjoy. So this is Hard Trilogy, certainly one of my favourites on the PlayStation 1. I had it as a kid and absolutely loved it. You start in this garage level at the bottom of the hotel or the building, and as the game progresses you work your way up to the penthouse, basically taking out the bad guys on the way and rescuing the the hostages along the way too. Thankfully it's quite forgiving, so you can just go in and have quite a bit of fun as a bit of a blaster, you know. But you do also have to protect the hostages as you go along. But it's all right. It's good. It's a good fun game, and as you can see, it plays absolutely fine on the RG350 here. You can have a lot of fun with this. It's got rather a high body count, but there ain't nothing wrong with that. So that's Hard Trilogy, another really cool game which I think you will love playing. If you've never played it, it's just the business. This is great. There's loads of little upgrades there. Obviously voiced by Bruce Willis, and there we are. Hostages escaped. Anyway, that's Hard Trilogy. Another one of my absolute favourite games is G-Darius. This was a well, just a PlayStation 1 classic in my opinion. They did recently release a Darius compilation for the Switch. They forgot to put this one on. Can you believe it? Because this is my favourite one. It's just a sideways shoot 'em up, a shmuck, and it's just the business. So let's just see how far we can get on the first level. As you can see, it's fast and furious, but it's darn cool. It's darn cool. It's also quite unforgiving, like a lot of these Japanese games, but absolutely fantastic. And it did take, once you knew the routes, you could actually get through this quite well. Of course, the fact that it's got continues does help, so you can carry on right through to the end. But this is G-Darius, and it's a really, really good shooter. And we've not seen many of those on the PlayStation emulator here, but you know, as I said, they're all available on freeroms.com, and you just download whatever you want and whack it on your memory card and off you go. How cool is this, eh? Let's just turn the volume down a bit. So I guess we better call it there, because this video is getting on a bit, and as I said, this is just like, say, maybe a part one. If you've enjoyed this one, give it a like. Do please leave a comment and say, when are you going to bring part 2 along, Jules? And I'll do perhaps the like a follow-up video showing some more games running on the RG350 on this fantastic place. I've literally had not a single game not work using this emulator, so I think that's a testament to how good it actually is. You're not going to have any sort of issues with this. So look out for that video coming quite soon. Also, if there's anything else on the RG350 you'd like me to have a look at, maybe another emulator in particular, then just give me a shout. Certainly there's a lot which I'm still learning about myself, like the Final Burn Alpha, for example, or Open Ball. There's so much on here to explore and enjoy. If you are interested in getting yourself one of these RG350s, the direct link is below. In the description for the exact one that I got, which came preloaded with a huge amount of games, which was a real lifesaver because everything was like set up. You were literally good to go, and that is really good as well. So I will put links to all of that down below in the description. If you have enjoyed it, do please give it a thumbs up. Do please subscribe for regular retro gaming content going forward. I'm absolutely loving putting these together, and looks like as viewers you're loving it as well. Thanks for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.